Hello, my friends, and welcome to today's tarot reading. This is a general daily reading for all signs, but the sign that you're here probably means that there is a special message for you. So thank you so much for joining me today. Now, today is the 27th of May, 2022, and it is a Friday, the day of love, the day of Venus. And funnily enough, there is an aspect with Venus today. Venus is in Aries and it's squaring Pluto, which is retrograding in Capricorn. Okay, so the main thing about this transit is if you can't beat them, join them. Also finding the sense of kind of beauty in competition. If there are things that you see as competition, or something that you see as a possible something that competition, something that could be against you in some kind of way, try and see how you can become friends with it, see what you can love about it. I used to have a partner that was every time he would come across somebody that was kind of belligerent towards him, or maybe even I remember he came across some quite racist personalities, and his intention was to try and understand where they came from, and more often than not he would come away from the conversation a lot more enlightened, and both of them would be. There would be a connection that would be made. So it's really interesting in that respect, and I think that if you look, if you're focusing on the differences, that kind of creates the gap, creates the kind of chasm of difference, and also lack of connectivity. You're not able to really gain that rapport with people, when really at the end of the day we share one common thing, and that is us being human beings. So I think that that's really important to look at today, particularly with Venus being there, and also celebrating all of our differences that we have, how our differences enrich this beautiful palette that is life, and this beautiful play that is life. So interesting, very, very interesting. So with that being said, let's see what the cards have to say about today. Really apt, because today is the day of Venus, Friday. Anything that's going to enrich your heart, but what's actually, you've got your heart stuff going on, but it's also about Svadhisthana today, which is the sacral chakra. So it's about creation, it's about love, it's about sexuality, sensuality. How can we be sensual towards our fellow man, our fellow person? How can we evoke sensuality within our lives? This is something that's really lovely to think about today, particularly with this Venus in Aries squaring Pluto retrograde. So yeah, I think when you emulate love and you emulate that sensuality, it kind of comes across. It just, people can't help but mirror that back to you. So anyway, ramble. Let's see what the cards have to say about this today. Dear Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective today? Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles again. We had Knight of Pentacles yesterday, actually. Okay. I'll take them. The Magician today, I'm reading with the Tripping Weight Tarot. I'll be clarifying with the astrology reading cards, and I'll also be clarifying with the numerology deck. 8 of Wands reversed, the Empress reversed. 6 of Swords, Strength reversed. Okay. Wow, 4 of Wands in the Tower. Okay. Powerful message today. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of 4 majors. So strong messages coming through today. You're manifesting something quite strongly. I think it's because it came from a place of weakness, I feel like this should be there. Yeah, that's where that feels. But I mean, also actually. Whatever you're doing, it's for your ultimate happiness. And I know that that sounds really cliche in general, but it's almost like you need to go to a weaker place in order to become stronger. Does that make sense? So I don't see rest, because this is the Four of Wands. It's not the Four of Swords. Bottom of the deck is okay, right. Yeah, like there's this, you're really confronting things. You're really confronting things, and you're like, right, I see these weaknesses in myself. And it's really interesting how I said about, you know, this Venus in Aries squaring Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, because when we see things that we are jealous of in other people, it identifies what our own weakness is. And because of that, that weakness is something that needs to be worked on. It seems to me like you've got it. Like you understand this perfectly. You understand it. Absolutely, 100%. You understand it. You're taking the steps to move on. Maybe from something that you couldn't get, or that you weren't able to get, or that you weren't able to achieve, and also understanding where you like. It's almost like starting from now. And you're really manifesting that. It's beautiful, actually. These cards are really great when it comes to these, particularly the Magician. And we've got beautiful cards here. We've got the Four of Wands here, and I just get a sense of really being happy, almost like excitement. In contrast to yesterday, where there was this grief, it's almost like, okay, I know that the grief is there. I understand that this is what, you know, this is what has happened. But now I know that there are sunnier climes. There are things that are better on the horizon. With this tower is an interesting tower, because it's a relic. So this to me says that this was something, look, and that also, it's the water that's done that, not the lightning bolt striking it. Water has got a different way of eroding, and you know, it is a very different form of destruction in terms of when it comes to breaking down structures. Water, depending, it takes time. And maybe in this respect, maybe something sudden did come, like in this sense, it flooded it completely, in terms of this realization that you're working through, because this Empress, you know, you weren't there. There wasn't this sense of productivity that was going on. There wasn't this sense of like love for yourself, you know, I see. But now you're like, right, I've got to flood myself with love. And that's what you've done by placing the whole tower underwater. And because of that, the bricks are just slowly floating away. There's still work to be done. It's happening. You've actually got some guardian spirits here. And I really think that being near water is going to be very good for you. If you do some work on a Monday as well, because I'm just seeing these stones, like these bubbles, but they look to me like pearls of wisdom. So it's almost like you're sifting through the wreckage. Oh, what is it called? Fuselage, that's it. I think it's the fuselage, you know, like when an airplane crashes and then you're like sifting through to find the black box. Like that is what I feel like has happened. And it's already happened because, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like the last few days have been that process. And this is like, we're finally coming out of it, because with this magician is so beautiful. It's so psychedelic. I mean, obviously it is the Tripping Weight Tarot, but it's almost like rainbows and sunbeams just bursting out and being like, bow, you know, almost like the clear clarity of the day, which is coming through. And particularly with this four, oh my god, that was so sorry, that looked really funny. Anyway. So I mean, well, that's really interesting, because you know, there could be a relationship. It is the four, I know, but there could be something or someone that like helps you to like feel a little bit happier. And we do have the Magician, which is manifestations. So, you know, there could be some, you know, fun times ahead. But I just found that really funny. Can you see that? Anyway, sorry. Anyway, so I was like, what is that? Is that what I think it is? Anyway, yeah, so, and the Empress reversed is interesting. The Empress reversed is this, like not holding the power completely, not being able to realize the power. I don't think it's about manifestation. I think the manifestation of it is already there, because we've got the Magician, and then it would be the High Priestess, and then the Empress. We've gone on to number 3, but it's reversed. So then that still means to me that there's some things that need to be worked out so that we can get to the High Priestess before we move on to the upright Empress. What that means is there's still some knowledge that needs to go on, which is being, signified by the Knight of Pentacles. It's still like this stasis. There's still this, like, it's almost like things are bubbling up under the surface, because you're not moving forward. This is not the Chariot, but still there's this, it's not ready yet. It's almost like the cake is not ready yet. You're still baking, and almost like you're working on your sense of strength within that. So maybe if you're not patient, you're helping yourself to be more patient in that respect. Cultivating patience. This is a learning experience, but you're doing it. Wow, look at that, Gemini. The energy is communicative, mischievous, lively, witty, and informative. Stimulating exchange is possible. So, yeah, I think, I don't know. I feel like connecting with Gemini, and we are in Gemini season. So anything that's going to connect you with that is going to be really nice. It's going to be really helpful for you. Hanging out in these kind of areas, enriching your own knowledge. And look, mischievous. It's mischievous. Gemini is mischievous. I'm a Gemini. But yeah, so something about the mind, particularly with this Magician. There's a lot of stuff that's happening within the mind, but don't be closed off to the fact that something could happen physically, particularly, I don't know, that also, I'm just getting a really strong feeling of that something physical is going to bring you a lot of joy. Like, it could even be dancing, but I don't know, just the cultivation of that energy is going to be really nice for you to heal, And I'm not saying like go out and sleep around or anything like that, but I'm just saying, like that kind of flirty nature, or like stuff like that, or just something that's going to like whet your appetite is going to be really nice. And it doesn't even have to, but it is. It's something to do with cultivating this sexual energy. So something that lights your fire, that is going to really help, particularly with the crumbling of this tower, for you to regain strength. Yesterday we had the Queen of Wands, and that was this. It was a very similar image, with a woman tempering the lion, and also if in the Thoth deck, strength is lust. How do we maintain our lust? Something says to me here, because also not just like managing yourself in respect of identifying your weaknesses, but there's also some sort of strength that will come from you, I don't know, cultivating that sexual energy, however that is, however that is. If that means like you go out and you flirt or whatever, or you go out with the girls and have a night out in the town, or you go out with the guys and have a night out in the town, just to get some of your mojo back, that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling that that's going to be really good for you. And what's really interesting is then that will bring the Empress the right way up, because right now she's like that. And I get a sense that she doesn't feel like she's good enough. She doesn't feel like she's worthy enough to get out there, even though she is a master manifester. It's almost because there's no action happening that, and it's like, oh, how much inner work do I have to do? But you're doing it, and it's happening. And things are changing. The wheel is turning. Things are definitely happening. I'm telling you that for sure. Anyway, so let's see. And also with Gemini, of course. So let's see what the numerology cards have to say. Thank you, Spirit. Abundance. Oh, God, 88. Look at that. 88, 16, 16, 7. Okay, right. So, I mean, 7 is a manifestation number. But 88 is, obviously, that 7 is almost like the kind of discomfort that will push on for you to create this abundance. You're not feeling abundant. That's why the Empress is reversed. You're not feeling abundant, and that's okay, but I know why you're not feeling abundant. You're feeling a bit cold and wet, and you need to like get dry and hot. That's what you need to do. I'm feeling a lot with these states in the respect of like damp, warm, moist, hot, wet. I think it's important to do that. And if you're feeling like I think just getting the heat in, I tell you what, like go to a sauna or something, go to a sauna, or go to somewhere where you're going to be in a place where you're going to be hot. I don't know, I feel more hot and dry rather than hot and wet. I think more hot and dry because we've got this kind of cold wet energy. And I think, and also this, what I mentioned yesterday about this fluctuation between the two, when you've got like this damp energy, this damp cold energy, and then you've got this warmth that comes through, abundance starts to spring forward. And look, you can see the rainbow that comes out here. There's still this journey, you're still traveling the water, but you need to like warm up. You need to warm up. If that also involves you going and doing some exercise, I would say go and do it in a group, do it with people, because Gemini is very sociable. But yeah, I think those are the messages for today. I know I'll definitely be taking this advice today. Already got it in place. Yeah, it's just the cards going, well, I'm going to confirm what you've done, Rena. So yeah. But anyway, my darlings, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I just, it's a really hopeful message. It's just saying that, it's not even that, oh yeah, just keep on going. It's more that that things are starting to move. Things are starting to move kinetically, and things are starting to shake. It's still this process of transformation, which I think is going to continue until the end of Mercury retrograde, but we'll see what the cards say, and we'll see what happens in terms of the trajectory. But if you did like this video, please like it. Please do subscribe as well. I release every day, and also every video is timeless. So, and also hit the bell icon, so you will never ever miss a video. But otherwise, you take care, my darlings. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.